speak, but his style has been to be, go out there and wrestle hard. And I think he's given up 14 points in the postseason the past 2 years, not counting this tournament. It's pretty impressive.
I wonder what the weight difference. Anybody know the weight difference between these two guys?
No, I would have to imagine that Tony Nelson is pressing, 265 in that range. Looks like, and Gwiz looks like he might be about 240. Just looking visual.
Looks somewhat that way, I'd say. I think the heavyweight most you can weigh is 285.
Correct.
Hey Dan, in your coaching days with Iowa, Jim mentioned the situation with Nelson and what Jay Robinson did. He kind of pulled him off the map for a month or so, regrouped. And did you have a similar situation with any of your Hawkeye wrestlers that had the success of a Nelson?
Well, I probably have. Just you got to do what you got to do. And the coaches that really come up with things that are like what you need to do is that you need to do that. Look at this shot.
Nice shot.
Is really. I'll tell you, it's just the heavier guy there just was able to stay out of it because he was in deep.
Yeah.
And if he can hold up, he might be able to get one of those. But no, you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes, even if your best guys aren't doing so well, you need to pull them off and find out a way to get them back going. And I wasn't sure this guy was going to make it back, but he's right here.
Pulled himself out of the rut, and sometimes you have to go back and just redefine who you are. This is what you do out there, and this is what you're going to execute, and limit the learning, so to speak, and go back to being yourself.
And Tony Nelson is a big, strong guy, and he demonstrated that there, fighting off that double leg attack. You got to use your skills that you have and the assets that you have, and he's not afraid to use his size and his strength.
Well, you could see an international competition with Gwiazdowski getting in that double leg here, how he would have scored. Pushed him off the mat.
Legends of Wrestling breaking down the action tonight here on ESPN3. Lee Kemp, Dan Gable, Jim Gibbons. Great to have you with us off the mat.
Sometimes you just got to get a win. If you get on a losing streak, you just got to get a win. And usually you need more than one. But, he's had more than one. So he's had 1, 2, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think he's back in the winning ways right now, even though he had like 4 losses there in the month of February.
And that's the amazing part of the sport. Here's a 2-time champ, and you mentioned he needed a win here in his senior year and to get that confidence back.
Well, he was able to ride guys again, right? And that's why he's been dominant in the top position. When he doesn't ride guys, it's more like a 50-50 proposition on the feet.
Yeah, and when he got was a really important win was when he rode the guy out. It was an Iowa guy.
Yeah.
And otherwise, and he was really happy with the win just by getting the riding time victory, and that changed his mentality a little bit.
When you're in the national tournament, a win is a win, as Dan said. You don't really care about how pretty it was. You just want to advance to the next round and hopefully win that national title.
So here we go, guys. First time we get to see Nelson on top.
I think this is a real key part of the match right here.
Yeah, it is. What Nelson is able to do against most heavyweights, he's able to keep them from bringing the inside leg up, that left leg. When you see that left knee get outside of Nelson's left knee, right, the heavyweight has an opportunity. But if it doesn't, he just keeps the guy down, and when he gets the guy flat, he keeps him flat.
And he's doing a good job of actually keeping his base. So he's going to have a hard time riding this guy. Now, the key is, can he keep going? Yeah. That's a lot of effort there.
That's a lot of energy there. Yep, absolutely.
Because he did a good job. He never got busted down. He was almost out once.
Yeah.
One time Nelson was over his arm, and he just was a fraction of a second away from getting out.
Boy, Nelson did a good job of hustling there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Conditioning may be the difference, because Nelson took a lot out of him to keep riding him like that.
25 seconds of riding time.
Knowing both coaches, though, Papalizio and Robinson, they're tough coaches. They're going to get their kids in shape. So hopefully that'll be the case. Just didn't get to roll there. His hips did get out of Nelson's control. Now he's got him down.
Yeah, he's broke down now.
Now that riding time is going to be building up there.
Hasn't quite got it yet.
Well, he's a tough rider.
He is. you know, and he's forcing these efforts right here. He's just making to get back to his base. He's doing it with his elbows out and his wrist in, and that near wrist gets captured, and Nelson will live in this position.
Absolutely.
And he hooks that ankle and drives the weight forward. And,
Yeah.
And right now it's just a matter of how long they let him stay there. They build his base up again.
Boy, Gwiazdowski is working hard, though, isn't he?
He's got to get him over his arm and kind of grab it. So about his only chance.
He's going to try to hand fight in here. And now Nelson adjusts with that left arm. Now a little hand fighting again with that right arm, right hand.
You know, he could knee slide to create some distance. You know, he can start knee sliding and creating some distance.
They hit Nelson with a stalling warning.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
The other thing is that a lot of guys go forward, and that just puts the weight on you.
Yeah, did you see
You
that?
got to go back.
Did you see
get
that?
out, huh?
I saw that with Penn State and Matt Brown. He's constantly going out, and you're asking the official to beg and give you the stall call, all right? But you need to create back pressure, and when you get that back pressure, then your opponent pushes back into you. Then you go forward, all right?
Yeah,
And
you got to
get catapulted out.
If you go forward, they're going to pick your ankles up.
Right.
You know, and so I've seen a lot of that. And to get out of this guy, you're going to have to bump into him to create a space. If you go forward on your head, it's just adding to the weight. I mean, whatever he weighs, not whatever the other guy weighs, that's a lot of weight. And then he's trying to come over the arm. If he gets to his feet, he's okay. If he doesn't, but is it are the referee going to get involved again? Well, I didn't think the referee would get involved in that last match. So now are they going to get involved? Just righty.
A lot of weight there. I don't see the hand control, Dan. Do you? I mean, I think if before you start trying to get up, you got to peel one of those hands off.
I think you got to peel, but you got to have no weight on it either, because otherwise you got to post. There, he's just.
Well, what we mentioned in the beginning, he's not allowing that inside leg to come up. He's covered it.
There's a riding time point. It's not on there yet, but after the match.
So that gives Nelson a lot of options here if you can get a quick escape.
Well, a team title's on the line here too. You can see the Minnesota people. They need this win.
I don't see Nelson getting ridden. Really.
He didn't even take down.
Yeah, it probably was just a waste of time. He needed more time.
Intentional
on his feet.
release there.
Yeah. But if he's going to do that, he better start.
This guy can shoot. This guy can shoot. And if he's going to get it, he's going to have to follow through here. He's kind of stopped a little bit, keeping the weight. He's having a little bit tougher time, but it's close. It's close, and he's got the takedown.
What a great job. He ran the pipe and came back and followed up with a double.
He took the risk, and he's a winner. You know, he's going after the win. He didn't want to just let it come down to the very end.
Now if he can ride him, he'll take that riding time clock off.
Yep, 45 seconds of riding time.
But that's going to be tough.
145. But Nelson has lost his composure here a little bit. He's not really.
Yeah, no, it seems like it. Yeah, go backwards a little bit.
Bad body language.
Yep.
Bad body language there.
What are you seeing? What are you seeing when you say bad body?
You know, he's hanging his head. He's crawling up. Here's the takedown there. He does a great job with that single leg. Switches off to a double, head outside, scores the takedown.
Right at the knees, right at the knees. If he came up higher, he would have lost him. He stayed at the knees. If you go up to the hips, you're going to take on the weight.
But also improved on the angles there. Got his shoelaces up real quick, started driving through, getting to the edge there. Look at that. Steps up one more time and gets the right angle and finishes it off.
Is it blood? Yeah, because you don't want to take a timeout.
No, not body language. He's holding his head down. He's not, you know.
He hasn't been in this situation.
Just kind of took the wind out of him, you know, and the wind out of his sails, you know.
So if you're coaching Gwiazdowski, Lee, what do you tell him here?
Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on.
Any way, shape, or form. If you're in the top position, do it. If you're on your feet,
Is this an injury time or blood time?
You know, it looked like he was holding his ankle there a little bit. I'm not sure if it maybe that when he cut the corner, he maybe rolled his ankle a little bit. Or maybe he just needed to rest.
I don't but there's a decision here then.
Yeah, see
right
that ankle
there.
right there? You can see it kind of tweaked a little bit maybe.
Yeah, right there. Again.
You know, mentioned this in the medal round broadcast, but these mats are softer.
Yeah, look at his face there. You can tell he's in pain there.
So what? So they went up neutral.
Now
Wow,
Nelson
look at that
back on
shot.
a low shot. The
Wow.
champion's getting after it.
Oh, he lost it.
Yep.
He had it, but you know.
Well, he stopped and started hanging on. You got to keep your body and hips moving. Motion. He's got a riding time point, right?
Yes.
There it is. Yeah.
So it's 2-2.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was one way. One guy went one way, the other guy went the other. If they're both going the same direction, it'd have been a takedown.
Nice shot. See, that's a great shot. Cut the corner again. He's got the single.
You better be careful. Nelson's in good position. He's
going to go. I think.
Oh, he got it.
He got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what.
Most guys, Nelson puts enough pressure into them, and they buckle in that situation. That just tells you how good Gwiazdowski is.
A lot of Penn State fans right now.
Yeah.
A lot of Penn State fans out there rooting for North Carolina State.
Great victory. I mean, what can you say? He took the risk.
He can wrestle.
Yeah.
He's not a heavyweight that, he can actually maneuver. I don't know what he's been all his life, as far as what weight, but that guy hit some great skills.
What is he, 7th or 8th place a couple years ago? He's definitely improved. 2 years ago, transferred to North Carolina State. Now he's the national champion again. Came from behind and got 2 takedowns. Tip of the cap.
Nelson